Well, it's been quite a while, hasn't it? Let's hope the YouTube algorithm gods can forgive me for my absence. Either way, let's take a look at the Grumman F4F Wildcat in today's episode of Winged Vehicle Conversations. The Grumman Wildcat was a fighter aircraft used by the US Navy and Marine Corps. The aircraft's prototype first flew under the designation XF4F2 in 1937. Due to multiple issues, including ones with the aircraft's engine, the Brewster Buffalo was picked over the Grumman design. Luckily for Grumman though, the Navy saw potential in the design and awarded him a contract for the XF4F3 in October of 1938. After improvements, the XF4F3 first flew on the 12th of February 1939. In August of the same year, 78 aircraft under the designation F4F3 were ordered, with the first production aircraft flying in February of 1940 and the F4F being formally accepted into service with the Navy less than a year later. Production rights were awarded to France, and after the country capitulated, these rights were given to the British. In British service, the F4F was named the Martlet and became the first US aircraft flown by a British pilot to shoot down a German aircraft, when it shot down a Junkers Ju-88 on Christmas Day of 1940. In service with the United States, the F4F gained the name Wildcat. It saw action against the Japanese at the defense of Wake Island. Here, 8 of the 12 Wildcats stationed on the island were destroyed within a day. The remaining fighters and their pilots fought ferociously against the Japanese attackers. The last remaining aircraft of the type on the island were destroyed on the day of the Japanese invasion of Wake Island, December 22nd. After this though, the Grumman F4F and later the improved FM2 Wildcat did quite well. Being heavily protected compared to Japanese fighters like the Zero, the Wildcat made 8 kills for every aircraft it lost in combat. In total, the Wildcat flew over 15,000 combat missions, shooting down a confirmed 1,327 enemy aircraft, for 251 lost in combat missions, on the ground and due to technical errors. This gave the aircraft a kill-to-loss ratio of 6.9 for every 1 aircraft lost. 6,860 Grumman Wildcats were built, 44 survive today. Of the surviving aircraft, 18 are airworthy. Before we take a look at this aircraft in War Thunder though, I'd like to say that I don't support Guardian's economy changes to the games, nor do I support players attacking and threatening Guardian's employees. With that out of the way though, let's take a look at the Wildcat in War Thunder. In War Thunder, the F4F3 and F4F4 can be found in the US tech tree. It can also be found as the Martlet Mark IV as a British premium. For this video, I'll be taking a look at the US F4F3. The F4F3 can be found as a battle rating of 2.3 and has been in the game ever since the open beta. It has a max speed of 518 km an hour and a maximum altitude of 12,000 meters. With it being a 2.3 aircraft, it is of course quite easy to obtain, costing you just 7,900 research points and 10,000 silver lions. The pilot's back is protected by armor with 8mm and 6.35mm steel, and the windscreen being armed with 38mm bulletproof glass. The F4F3 is armed with 4 Browning machine guns with a total of 1800 rounds, which is able to fire at 750 rounds per minute. For its BR, the F4F3 is adequate in almost all aspects, being armored and reasonably maneuverable for its BR. If you wish to try it out, it is quite easy to get and can be fun in the right hands. Thank you for watching this episode of Winged Vehicle Conversations. My apologies for the absence. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you some other time.
up and victory will be ours.